glad you joined us for this edition of Connect with Skip Heitzig, our weekly in-depth Bible study.
Then the second one is to cleave. It is leaving, but it is also cleaving. Now notice the verse, therefore a man shall leave his father and mother and be joined to his wife. So marriage requires a deep, determined commitment of permanence. That's what joined means. Now I'm reading to you from the translation that I have chosen, the New King James Version, and it's probably the most common word used in most versions, to be joined together. Let me give you my opinion. It's a weak translation in this verse. To leave father and mother and then to be joined is just a little too weak. It does not capture the Hebrew meaning. Dabak is the Hebrew word. And if you have, anybody here have an old King James version of the Bible? Okay, so shout it out. What is the word? Cleave. Thank you. It means that's a strong translation, to cleave, leave and cleave. Leave and be joined weak, leave and cleave is stronger. Because the word dabak literally means to cling to or to impinge upon. That's strong. Or to follow hard after, or to stick on. The idea is permanence, an indissoluble union. You are glued, you are welded, you are stuck. That's how people feel. I'm stuck. Glued, welded. Now that always brings up the question, does that mean there can be no separation under any circumstance? No. But never without damage. Never without damage. Show me one divorce where somebody is not damaged. I have never heard of one. I've never seen one. Think of it this way, it's been helpful to me. If you took two pieces of paper and literally did what it says here, glued them together, and let the glue dry, you now have one flesh. You have one unit. If the next day you looked at that thing you made, gluing two pieces of paper together, and you said, you know what, I've changed my mind. I want to separate them. You could do it. You could get a razor blade and very deftly and slowly, cut between the paper and remove it. But let me ask you a question. By the end of the day, once you have taken them back apart, are they the same as they were? Have they been changed dramatically? Yet they don't resemble the first entity. You can't do it without damage. They're not the same. The idea of leaving and cleaving is that they become one now. There's a permanence there. Today, the idea of permanence is all but gone. God has given us His blueprint. It's here. We have come along and redrawn the blueprint and added a back door, a divorce door. So yeah, couples still say their vows every week. They still say they promise to be faithful until death. But with some, it's like I can hear under their breath almost, unless there's a glitch. But cleaving means that husband is saying to his wife, I am faithful to you even when you lose the first blush of your early beauty, even if you are untidy around the home. And she says, I'm going to be faithful to you even when you bulge around the center and get bald on top and we get poorer instead of richer. I'm in it for the long haul. That's the idea of cleaving.